welcome to this new 30 minutes movement practice of Tuesday morning. Today we will see how to gain more presence in 3D and how to bring it in the world. So the practice of today that you can bring during your week, we will focus on the length, first of all, how to feel our feet and the top of the head, and how elongating and shortening our length is changing the sensations and the perception that we have of ourselves. And then we will focus on the front and on the back, and how this awareness of our front and back is changing then also how we feel the inside. And then we will focus on the sides. And and then I have a little question for you at the end of the practice. So let's dive into it. I will do this practice standing. Okay, so let's start. Take a comfortable position that you can keep for some time. You can close your eyes or keep them open. And breathe out. Now you can continue breathing without controlling it. Bring your attention to the sensations of the body which are arising in this moment. How are you? You can give some names to emotions or to some sensations like cold, warm, excited or bored, tired. And let's start bringing the attention to our feet and to the contact of the feet on the ground. What are the sensations? What do we get? Are they strongly anchored to the ground? Are they just touching slightly the ground? Now let's bring our attention to the top of the head. What are the sensations at the top of the head? Now let's start playing a little bit with our length, and let's try to pull up from the head and at the same time push down with the legs and with the feet down on the pavement, on the ground. So I pull up and I pull down. And what is it happening? And what is it happening if I'm just pulling up from the top of the head? What is happening if I'm pushing down only with the feet on the ground? And let's play a little bit with this elonging and pushing and pulling and also shortening of the length. What are the sensations in your body? How do you feel? Comfortable, uncomfortable, warm? Look at it, name it, welcoming. Now with the next breathing out, we shake it a little bit. Let's go again to the neutral position. Breathe out. And let's now focus on the front of, of the body. What are the sensations that I get from the front? How do I perceive my front body? And let's focus now on the back of the body. How do I feel it? Sensations. How can I feel better the back of the body? Maybe I can move a little bit so that I can feel it. Or maybe I want to be still and focus only on what I feel, the sensations that are naturally arising, if they are arising. How big is my back? The whole back of my body. And now, with the sensation of feeling a back and feeling also a front, let's see if we can find a center. And how can we feel this center? If we feel our sensations through the skin, for example, what is our center of the body? What's in between this sandwich? My organs or muscles, the heart, or the bones. What is filling the front and the back? And with the next breathing out, we shake it out. Let's find again the neutral position. You can also change it if you prefer. I will go in another direction. And now we will focus on the sides of our body. So everything that we feel its side, right and left. Okay. So when you're ready, breathe out. And see if you can feel what's on the right, what's on the left. And perhaps you can really stay just on one side for a little bit. How do I perceive this side? Bigger, smaller? And make a change and focus on the other side. And now if we bring both sides together, so feeling right and left, so left and right together. How do you perceive them? How do you perceive yourself? Which kind of sensations are arising? Do I feel my side strong, weak, present, not so much present, tickling, warm, cold, any kind of sensations? Look at them, naming, welcoming. And with the next breathing out, shake it out. And last thing, take again the neutral position to start with. And from this position, feel again the feet, the top of the head, along. Try to see if you can along this length of you and keeping this sensation of being long, bring your attention on the front and the back. Again, on the sensations. Keeping this being long, front and back. And now we add also the sides. Length, front and back, and side. And now let's bring also the attention to what's inside, in the center, the feeling of this big sandwich. What is giving us shape? Sensations arising. Can I keep the attention on my whole body, 360, inside, outside, front, back, sides, length, and inside? Do I have to switch to some of the parts? Or can I keep this whole awareness, or awareness of the whole? And how do I feel? Who am I now? How am I? What are the sensations which are arising? And slowly, if you still are with closed eyes, you can open your eyes. Get in contact with your surroundings. And with the next breath, shake it out. And slowly, we come together again. So, this was quite a full one. And let's see if there are some questions. I have to wait for some minutes. This is not working anymore. Yeah. Okay, so someone is saying that it was exhausting. Yes. And it was also possible to, in each movement practice that we do, left feet collapsing to the inner side. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. And my center on the right side. Yeah. Yeah. So, Marcus, you're starting bringing your awareness to your body. And yeah, first step. Yeah. And when it's too exhausting, the thing to do is maybe to stop, open the eyes if they were closed, breathe out, and then slowly go back into the practice. Not too exhausting. Okay. So I didn't understand. Okay. And yes, and in this 360, usually we are used to really to feel our body. At least for me, this is my experience, to feel my body, just part of it. For example, I feel a lot my front side, but sometimes I forget about my back side. And my back side is not just the back, but is everything, the back of my skull and the back of the legs, the popo, everything that is backwards. Yeah. So sometimes I'm easily forgetting about the back side, for example, and also of the sides, somehow, sometimes. Yeah. And one moment, let us see if there are some other comments. No, it's fine. And I have a question for. In fact, I feel only very few parts of my body. Yeah, that's fine. Completely right, fine. That's normal because we are not used to bring awareness to everything. We are used to bring awareness. I mean, we are just aware of some parts of our body, and we are not aware of the whole body. And slowly, step by step, drops after drops, we can bring awareness to the whole body. So my question for you for the next week, because who is taking this movement practice and committing to it and saying, yes, I will commit to it and I will do it those days at this hour, and I will leave some days for free to integrate. Yeah, you also have the possibility to answer, not really answer to the question, but to let it work inside and to see what's happening then in the outer world, because we are not just bringing awareness to our body just to have fun. I mean, yeah, okay, but it's also to see what's happening then when we are outside and not just inside in our little room. So the question is how bringing awareness to your whole body, length, sides, and front and back, is changing how you bring yourself in the world. So there is probably a different perception of ourselves, yeah, of yourself, and how do you feel, how do you perceive yourself, and then how you bring yourself then into the world, which can be, I still feel just some parts of my body, and I go in the world with just this awareness, because this is my possibility now. And can be that there are some changes, and then how do you bring also, for example, other parts of the body with you in the world? So it's not that you leave parts at home, but it's the awareness of those parts of the body. And yeah, yesterday I also did, during the Embodiment Cafe, I answered what is a movement practice routine. So go and have a look to it so that you have a little bit of overview of what it means. And yeah, and for this movement practice, take it, bring it into your routine, commit to having movement practice routine, and let's see us the next week. Bye bye.